Oh, I want baby girl.
Don't baby girl me. How many of your groupies you call baby girl? Is Tisha a baby girl? Is Amanda a baby girl too? And who the hell is Bonquisha? Is that even a name?
Man, I can't
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sharane, everybody. Welcome to Sharane, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Let's go. How's everybody morning doing? Let's go. Welcome to Sharane's world. Yes, it is my world, everybody. My world. Welcome, everybody. Listen. Let's welcome all my victims, all my survivors, all my thrivers, or anybody that's out there that just want to educate yourself. And you already know. Let's welcome and give a round of applause to all you narcissistic men and women up out here in Broome County in New York State and New York City, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Yes, let's welcome everybody to Sharane's World right here on YouTube. Yes, right here on YouTube. It is the Thirsty Thursday Awareness with Sharane, everybody. Let's go. Well, we come up here every Thursday and we give our Thirsty Thursday Awareness for all men and women. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So it is Thirsty Thursday Awareness with Sharane World. Okay? Yes. So all my men and women out there. All right? If you're a survivor, thriver, or a victim, whatever, just know. Keep the tools in your pocket so you can understand what's going on and going wrong about here in these streets, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thirsty Thursday Awareness, and that's when you know the narcissist is working extra hard on a Thirsty Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. You already know that. You know why? You know why they work so hard on a Thirsty Thursday? Because that weekend is coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that weekend. It's coming up. And that's when they're looking for their supplies. And whatever it is that they got going on and going wrong about here in these streets, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sharane's World right here on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Thank you. As you know, I'm Sharane. I'm a peer mentor survivor for domestic violence and narcissistic abuse relationships for all men and women up out here in these streets, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Let's go. Yes, we're right here in Binghamton. But if you're in New York City, you already know. Get the awareness that you need, ladies and gentlemen. So it's Thirsty Thursday Awareness right here on Sharane on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. The whole goal is for everybody to understand what's going on and going wrong up out here in these streets, all right? Just make sure you're not dealing with no domestic violence female and no domestic violence male up out here in these streets. And make sure you're not with a narcissist, all right? Because if you are, make sure you get the tools in your pocket so you can move on about that situation. That's a demonic relationship that you're dealing with up out here in these streets, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. So please make sure y'all get the tools in your pocket, understand what's going on, because it gets real. Them narcissists, them DV people, they like lurking on a Thursday because Friday is coming up. And when Friday come up, that's when they got to look for all their supplies for the weekend. All right, they got to figure it out because when Sunday come, now they got to redo it all over again to figure out who is going to supply their whole goal for the goddamn week, ladies and gentlemen. That's just how they operate. That's how they operate. So let's go. Welcome, everybody. Listen, if you haven't already, hit the like button. You never know who may need this video or who may need to see it. Okay, no matter who they are. As I keep telling you, I spread awareness for all men and women. So it's not just women I spread awareness for, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it correctly. I spread awareness for all men and women up out here in these streets, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So listen, y'all make sure y'all have them tools in your pocket. Don't be giving your money to no narcissists, especially in Binghamton. I already know if you're dealing with one of my narcissistic ex, I already know that Mr. Smith is definitely trying to get whatever he needs for his own personal gain and own personal need, ladies and gentlemen. See, I stay focused up out there. And if you got to get an order protection on somebody, just know that's not it. That's not it. You got to end that off, okay, ladies and gentlemen, because it's not going to stop, okay? If they keep putting their hands on you, I'm telling you right now, that's not going to stop. The only place you're going to end up is 6 feet under, all right? And a narcissist, if they're doing it too, I'm going to tell you right now, that's not going to stop. You're just going to end up 6 feet under, looking like a clown shit circus show up out here in the streets, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So, yes, I just want to say to everybody that's on my support group page, okay? My support group page is called Domestic Violence and Narcissistic Relationships I Survive. Just want to say shout out to everybody that's within New York that's following my page. Shout out to everybody in Chicago that's following my page. I want to say shout out to everybody in Philadelphia, PA that's following my page. And all the other locations, I appreciate you all for following my page. So once again, on my support group page, the most following is coming from New York. All right, so let's shout out everybody in New York, no matter where you at. Chicago, let's shout out everybody in Chicago for following my page. All right, Philadelphia, let's shout out everybody for following my support group page and all the other locations. All right, the information I'm giving right now all goes to my support group page. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So listen, let's get into this real quick before I jump too ahead. Let's go. So this information right now, even though I'm on YouTube, I am videoing to my support group page because I want everybody up there to hear this out on that page. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna repeat it again. All right. Shout out to everybody that's in New York. All right. Everybody, no matter where you are in New York. I have a lot of people in New York that's following my page. I have a lot of people in Chicago that's following my page. I have a lot of people in Philadelphia, PA, that's following my page. And I have others in other areas that's following my page as well. Okay. I got 90% of women and I got 10% of men. So we got to get that percentage pushed up more for men. All righty. This is all for my support group page. All right. Now, where it's coming from, ladies and gentlemen, the countries. Okay. The United States. I got 83% of the United States when it comes to my awareness with my support group page, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. All right. Then we got the United Kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, special round of applause to everybody in the United Kingdom that's definitely following my page. Like, let's go. I see y'all, because y'all be commenting and stuff like that, or y'all try to hit the follow button. I go up there and I look and I be like, oh, yeah, they definitely in United Kingdom. Okay. So shout out to everybody in the United Kingdom that's following my support group page. Special shout outs to y'all, right? Australia. Yes, yes, yes. Super. Let's give a round of applause to everybody in Australia that's following my support group page, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, yes, yes. Super shout out. Okay. All righty. And then we have other areas. And in my other areas, I have 9.2 percentage of people following. So I have now other areas throughout the United States that's definitely following my page, besides the United States or whatever the case may be, that's following my page. Okay. Other countries and things like that. So once again, super shout out to the United States. You know, I got 83.8% of people following from the United States on my support group page. All right. Super shout out to you, the United Kingdom. Most definitely, y'all following my support group page. Okay. Special shout out. And also, super shout out to everybody in Australia. Okay. Because y'all are following my support group page. Super shout out to y'all and to everybody else in all your other countries. Super shout outs to y'all as well. The whole goal, no matter where you at, like I keep telling y'all, I spread awareness nationwide. Not just for Binghamton, but nationwide, because you don't never know who needs to understand and know what's going on about here in the streets, ladies and gentlemen, no matter where they at. All right. So now we're gonna get into, my little true supporters. All right. And I'm not saying this for everybody, all right? This is just the main people that's been following my support group page from day one. All right. So I'm about to read out the names to my main people from day one when I first started. And I had about 1, 2, 3 followers on my support group page. Because right now I got almost 3K followers on my support group page. Okay. So when I first started, I'm saying first started, just put the page up and everything. I'm going to read out these people right here that came from my main page. from my Tiana McLaughlin page. So everybody that came from my main side and started supporting me on my support group page, these are the names I'm about to read out. Super shout out to y'all. Listen, round of applause to y'all. I appreciate y'all. So we're gonna get it to my cousin, BB the guy. Shout out to my cousin. He's another McLaughlin. Shout out to my cousin. Big round of applause. He's been following my support group page from day one when I started, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Yes, yes, yes. Let's also shout out my other cousin, Shatika Gregory. Let's go. Let's shout her out. She's been following my support group page from day one, meaning she came from my main page, my Tiana McLaughlin public page, and she started supporting my support group page, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Shout out to my cousin, Shatika Gregory. Let's go. Another one is a friend of mine. Her name is Ray Jean. Ray Jean, let's shout out Ray Jean. Super shout out right in Brooklyn. Super shout out to her. She's been following since day one, since I started. Let's go. Okay, okay, okay. And let's also shout out Laura Perez. You definitely. These are all my city people, my New York City people. Shout out Laura Perez for definitely following my page from day one, my support group page from day one when I started out with 1 to 3 to 4 followers, and now I'm almost to 3K. So super shout out to y'all, ladies and gentlemen. And last but not least, shout out to Honey Energy. That's Londell. That's one of my family members. Super shout out to Londell, Energy. She's been following from day one. Super shout out to them, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, it's been real out here in the street. So we're gonna run that back again. All right. We got my cousin, that's another McLaughlin. All right, my father's side, BB the guy. You might see him on my YouTube clips that I may have tagged him in on my community wall. All right, that is my cousin on my father's side. BB the guy. Listen, super shout out to him. Super shout out to my cousin Shatika Gregory. All righty. Super shout out to Ray Jean in Brooklyn. Super shout out, okay? Super shout out to Laura. All right. All right, right down here in Harlem. Let's go. All right. Super shout out to Honey Energy. That's Londell. All right. Let's go, everybody. I appreciate you all for following and understanding. Now, yeah. Yeah, these are all the people that came from my Tiana McLaughlin Facebook page, okay? Family members, friends, whatever. But these are mainly family. All right. That I went on to my support group page, my domestic violence and narcissistic relationships also live. They hit the follow and they've been following from day one. They ain't unfollow nothing, but they still sitting there rocking right along with everybody else. So super shout out to y'all. Now everybody else that's on my Tiana McLaughlin page are just sitting there looking stupid and looking dumb. I know half of y'all been through domestic violence. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know half of y'all been through it. Now, you may not want to open your mouth, you may not want to say, but I know half of y'all been through domestic violence, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So, yes. Oh, yes. And super shout out. Listen, y'all already know. Hold on real quick. Y'all already know. Big round of applause. Let's get into this real quick. Hold on. And you already know we got to give a super big shout out to DJ Supreme, Tyrese Presley. You could definitely check him out. He's on Facebook. I believe he has the YouTube and everything. Listen, check out my community wall. I'll put up all his flyers up there. Check him out. If you need some music to be heard, whatever the case may be, check out DJ Supreme, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I put his flyer up there, so it's there, ladies and gentlemen. Because listen, you got to give credit where it's due. Super shout out to you. I really appreciate you at the end of the day. So let's give you a big round of applause to DJ Supreme, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Yes, yes, yes. That's Tyree Presley. You can find him on Facebook. And I also did drop all that information on my community wall yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure y'all check that out. Okay, it's a lot of good stuff. So if you need some music to be heard, and you know it ain't got nothing to do with Sharane Wars and domestic violence, definitely check him out. He's on the WBDY 99.5 FM radio station right here in Binghamton, but also in Atlanta too, ladies and gentlemen. He's in Atlanta too. So if you're in Atlanta, hit him up, ladies and gentlemen. Most definitely. Okay, you won't be disappointed. Okay. All right. So that's where you got to give credit where it's due. All right, so listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's Thirsty Thursday Awareness with Sharane World right here on YouTube. And don't forget, Sharane World Radio Show will be live on the air tomorrow, because tomorrow's Friday, every Friday at 6 p.m. Make sure y'all check me out. But listen, before you check me out at 6 p.m., make sure y'all tune in every Friday at 5 p.m. Because you can listen in to the Watch Us, Change Us, the Woo Woo Radio Show right on the WBDY 99.5 at 5 p.m. And then you can tune into Sherane World, okay? But also on Fridays, you got DJ Supreme up there too. So in the afternoons, y'all got to check them out, okay? So if you want to see his flyer, go on my community wall, check it out. And also, it's on my social media pages as well. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Now, this is what we're going to get into before we get up out of here, because it's Thirsty Thursday, and you know them narcissists is looking for new supply. Some domestic violence people is lurking on somebody else that they can abuse. Some narcissistic females is trying to figure out how they're going to get that second wig cap on their head. And the other ones are trying to figure out how they trying to get in the next man's face. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're going out to them clubs, bars, and shingdings, all right? Anything. I don't care what you're going to do. And you're single and you're out there mingling. Just make sure that you're not coming home with no narcissist or somebody that's domestic violence. All right. Now, you may not be able to spot that the first day, but I'm going to tell you, a narcissist will love bomb you the very first day. All right. Just watch them. A DV person, you ain't gonna be able to spot that too much too early on, all right? But a narcissist, they would definitely love bomb you the very first day. So if they start love bombing you, telling you that they ain't got nobody, they family don't rock with them, they ain't got this, they ain't got that, and then they start talking about they need help with bills and all this kind of stuff. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Red flag. All right, red flag right there. Just keep that in your head, okay? When they start asking you for stuff and you just meeting them, red flag. I don't care who they are, male or female. And y'all narcissistic females, y'all need to go get your own shit. That's what y'all need to do, okay? Y'all need to stop having your hands out thinking that everybody's called I need, I need, I need. When y'all need to go get your own shit instead of being up in these clubs, bars, and shingdings, the same amount of money you put into them clubs and bars and shingdings to go out, you should be doing that for your damn self instead of having your hand out to every man up out there in these streets, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So now, another thing, we're gonna get into this before I get up out of here. Because I'm like, you know what, today I gotta give it to you. That's Thirsty Thursday. Okay. We're gonna have a good time on the radio show tomorrow. All right. It's gonna be a great time. I'm still getting my little learning on. All right. It's cool. I love it. But listen, we're gonna get into it, okay? Don't be out here registering on cars, please. I express that a lot. I say that a lot for reasons. All right. Do not do that. Don't be out here driving for these narcissists, meaning don't do no street pharmacist activities for these narcissists. All right. Most of these narcissists have records. And it does not matter, what. Listen, everybody's been through something, but it's all about how you come out your situation, right? But these narcissists be having records behind them. You understand me? And they don't even know how to operate when they come back out in these streets. So don't be doing no street pharmacist work activities up out here for these narcissists. And if you don't know what street pharmacist activities is, let's go. I'll break it down to you right now. Street pharmacist activities, male or female, can do this, okay? But me speaking from example is you're going out there selling drugs, right? Don't be out there selling drugs with these narcissists, all right? Don't be out there. We ain't talking about the good stuff. We ain't talking about the ganja. We ain't talking about that Bob Marley good stuff, right? Don't be out there selling drugs with these narcissists, all right? Don't be out there driving for these narcissists while they making deliveries. Don't be hitting these highways for these narcissists going to the next town, to the other town over there so y'all can transport y'all shit back. Don't be out here doing that shit for these narcissists. You know why? Because another thing is, y'all also be putting your names on registration for these narcissists. So your name is registered to that car. That narcissist is doing street pharmacist activities. You driving it. Man, oh man, oh man, this is a step of disaster for all you people up out there in the streets. You telling me? So do not be out here driving for no narcissist, for no street pharmacist activities. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it ain't worth it. And another thing, you already know what I'm about to get into, right? Another thing, right? Check that glove box. Yeah, I know y'all probably like, what she mean by the glove box? Yeah. You know, when you have a car and it's all yours, like, I bought a car, I got a car at a CarMax. Use your credit, get a car, whatever, you make them payments, you pay for your car is all yours. You don't make no more payments. Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't even know if I should get into this real quick, but I might just get into this. All right. Don't register no cars for these narcissists. All right? Do not at all whatsoever. I don't care what they coming to you about. I don't care what they got. Do not register no car for these narcissists. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, all right? When you register a car for a narcissist, okay, your name is under there registration, insurance. They may pull the car out, whatever, from the bank, whatever, with their money, whatever. But that's your registration and your name on it. So when a cop is running them tags, you know what that cop see? They see you. They don't see them. All right. So let me tell you something. When a narcissist is doing street pharmacist activities in a car that's registered under your name, do you know what happens? You become involved too until they figure out that you're not involved. All right. And my narcissistic ex, we all know Broome County right now where his car not registered to him. We all know. We all know that. And like I keep telling y'all, if they got a car registered to somebody else, what they doing for that? If they ain't paying, what they doing for that? Because you don't get registration and car insurance for free. That shit costs money. Okay? Now another thing. Check that glove box. We're gonna get back into that. The glove box, yeah. So all cars, you have to keep the registration in the glove box. Or sometimes people keep it above in their visors. But it has to be within arm reach, glove box. You cannot ride around in no damn car in New York State. I don't know about nowhere else, but I know, and I'm a CDL holder, okay? But I know you cannot ride around in no car without that registration being in the car. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know who they car registered to, I can't tell you what to do. Now, I don't want to put nobody in those situations and things like that, but this is what you could do. Now, I told y'all before, check the glove box. And I know my narcissistic ex, he keeps that glove box locked. Let's go. He keeps it locked, y'all. He keeps it locked. And this is all for awareness, ladies and gentlemen. I keep telling y'all, I'm a different type of advocate up out here in these streets, okay? I spread awareness how I want to do it, okay? I'm a different type of peer mentor to love up out here in these streets, all right? We don't do things textbook style, all right? So listen, he keeps the glove box locked. He has a key for that. So you can't just get up in there, all right? That's for a reason. Reason. Because if anybody go to your glove box and just open it, you'd be like, oh, you have some tissue in your glove box. You pull it open and you see registration, insurance, you see it all, but it's not in their name. Then there you go. Because honestly, what they're gonna lie and tell you, oh, that's my sister. Damn well that ain't your sister. That's my aunt. Damn well that ain't your aunt. Or that's my cousin. That ain't your damn cousin. Yo, if y'all check their glove box and they got some female name on their registration that has to be in the car because if you get pulled over, you have to show that to the officer. Okay? Now the insurance, they can keep that on their phone. Yeah. So you might not see that in the car sometimes. Nowadays, it's all on the phone. But registration must stay in the car at all times. So when it's all right, so your registration that's on the window, that's not gonna tell you who name is on it. It's just gonna tell you X, Y, and Z about the car. You need the one that they show the police. When you get pulled over, you show the police. You need that one. That one right there. It has the names on it. Like mine. It says Tiana for Sharane, because it's Sharane McLaughlin. All right, then it has the address. Then it will tell you how many plates. So, mine used to be KTA 6852. All right, so if that was an old plate for New York and I got another one, it'll be W5193. It's going to show them two plate numbers on it. Ladies and gentlemen, the name is going to be on the registration. So if you got to go to that extent to deal with something like that, it ain't worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You're dealing with a narcissist. You're dealing with somebody that's toxic that got multiple supplies in effect. Like I keep telling y'all, dealing with a narcissist, that's what you're gonna see in the beginning. If I would have kept my third eye open from the beginning, I would have put all of this on from the beginning dealing with this narcissist. You understand what I'm saying? He had multiple supplies in effect. I keep telling y'all, he beat the shit out of somebody, lied about it, Sheriff's department looking for him in the middle of the night. Lied to me about it, okay? Called the girl crazy, all types of wicked shit in the book. Talked about kids and all. Okay, this is how they operate. You listening? Then months later, you having problems with shit. You about to get evicted. And you telling me the girl that's stalking you on your block, but she moves around the corner now. Oh, she's trying to get me to drop the order protection. Oh, the order protection is dropped. Oh, I'm about to get $3,000. Whoa, wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. No, 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 no. Yes, it's early in the morning for this. You mean to tell me you just beat the shit out of her months ago? Okay? Okay? Beat the shit to where somebody had to go in and put full blown order protection and use their kids too. So you mean to tell me after you beat the shit out of her and she did that, she moves down the street on double day next to you? So now y'all move down the street. We get up out here in these shit. So you mean to tell me she went back in the courthouse and looked in that judge's face and said, I want to drop my order protection. Yeah, we getting back together. Yeah, we this lovely, lovely couple. He done sold you a motherfucking dream. Time was around. And you was about to give her $3,000. Luckily, here comes Tiana, minding her business. I had business to do that day. Okay? This is like February, y'all, of this year. I had business to do that day. I called the narcissist and I was like, hey, I got some business to take care of. You want to take me? Hmm. The narcissist said, yeah. But the narcissist was taking all morning. So I got up and started handling my business on my own. So I get up and I go, and look what you bump into. I thank God did that all for a reason. The narcissist. Absolutely. With a whole nother supply. You ain't get $3,000 today, baby boy. You understand? And then you know what the narcissist did at the end of the day because he kept trying to cop a plea after he done got caught up out there in them streets. I didn't give a fuck. You understand? I was going through my counseling. I was going through my stuff. I don't give a fuck. It's just a simple fact that you look like a clown out here in the streets. So listen, right? So after that, the narcissist kept trying to beg me down, beg me down. Oh, it's not worth it. She ain't worth it. Her sisters and them ain't worth it. They all ain't worth it. Her kids, do you see her house? Do you see this? I'm like, shut the fuck up. But you, did you get the $3,000? I didn't get $3,000. It was because of you. Ladies and gentlemen, these narcissists operate absolutely crazy up out here in these streets, okay? So y'all stay focused, okay? I tell you, I have a lot of awareness. I have a lot of videos for awareness that I do want to show you guys, okay? And it's just so, especially you young ladies up out there in these streets, okay? Because my anniversary date is coming up in August. Y'all don't know that. My anniversary date is coming up in August. August 3rd, August 4th, it's coming up. All right, ladies and gentlemen. And I keep telling y'all, stay focused, keep your boots on the ground. This is Thursday Awareness with Sharane's World. Early in the morning, I got mad energy. It feels good. Like when I was dealing with that narcissist, let me tell you, because I get a lot of people that be like, oh, you seem so happy. Like, how did you get out of it? Man, oh man, once you open up that third eye, you see everything up out here in the street. You see it all. You see how they operate. You see everything. And shout out to that narcissist for letting me figure out how they operate. Thank you for allowing me to slip your mask. I know what's under that mask. We all know you ain't got shit. Yeah, we all know that. We all know they use supplies. They got multiple supplies in the cut. You got one that buy Walmart stuff. You got one that pay registration. You got the other one that's gonna watch your dog. You might have one that cook because the narcissist don't know how to cook. He don't know how to cook for shit. Okay, his mom ain't teaching that. All right, she was too busy spoiling him, telling him yes, 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 son, yes, to the point that he done grown up and became a narcissist up out here in these streets, ladies and gentlemen. All right. You got a full blown 40-something-year-old man up out here in these streets that's a straight blown narcissist. And y'all females too. Listen, y'all narcissistic females, I got a trick for y'all. I already did videos on y'all, and I got a trick for y'all, all right? Don't worry. I'm gonna come back with another video for y'all narcissistic females because y'all operate the same way like these men up out here in these streets, okay? But I'm gonna tell you like this. When you've been through so much and you've been through domestic violence and you've been through a narcissistic abuse and you've been through toxic relationships, whatever you've been through, I don't care what you've been through. young, big, nah. But when you start healing and you start removing all those negative people from around you, I don't care if they're family, friends, I don't care who they are. I'm gonna have to get rid of family. I'm telling you. And the same family members been through domestic violence up out here in these streets, ladies and gentlemen. My family ain't been through DV. They have. I'm telling you, it's like a generational type of thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in something like that and you listen, break that cycle. Break that cycle. Open up your third eye. Learn what narcissistic personality disorder is, ladies and gentlemen. Learn how they operate up out here in these streets, okay? Learn what they do. Learn why they use people. All right? What is narcissistic personality disorder? Do y'all know? I mean, do y'all want to know? I already told y'all what it is, but I think I might have to bring that back again with narcissistic personality disorder. So we're going to run that back. Let me pull my paperwork out real quick, and we're going to run that back. And we're going to let y'all know what narcissistic personality disorder is, okay, ladies and gentlemen? Because it's real up out here, and this is for all men and women up out here in these streets, okay? Hold on, let me put my order protection to the side, you know. I'm still waiting on that full blown. I don't know it's taking the county too long. Yeah, they need to hurry up before I call them again. You understand? I don't play, and I don't play for people either. And I call up there for my survivors and my thrivers and my supporters or anybody that needs help and they need a peer mentor survivor to voice for them. That's what I'm here for. All right? That's what we are here for. So understand it. Narcissistic personality disorder abuse in a relationship. We're going to read this back. We're going to take this back again. What is NPD? NPD stands for narcissistic personality disorder. They have different personality disorders and they become abusive too. All right. I got plenty of videos on it. Matter of fact, let me drop that real quick. Let me do that while we up here, you know, and show you how these narcissists operate up out here in the streets. I ain't putting too much. These might be the same videos, but we're gonna leave it. We're gonna put it like this real quick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna show you how these narcissists operate up out here in the streets. That's letter one. We're gonna leave it like that. Let's go. All right. Understanding MPD abuse in a relationship. All right. A message for all women and men. All right. We're going to get into this right now. This morning, we are bringing awareness for narcissistic abuse and the impact it can have on relationships, families, and individuals. Narcissistic abuse is a pattern. Y'all listening in the back? All right. Narcissistic abuse is a pattern of harmful behaviors that can involve manipulation, control, emotional harm, and a lack of respect for another person's feelings and needs. While only a qualified mental health professional can diagnose narcissistic personality disorder, anyone can display abusive behaviors that hurt and control another person. All right, ladies and gentlemen, narcissistic abuse can happen to anyone. All right, you, your grandmother, your father, your cousin, your daughter, anybody. All right. It can happen to women and men in different types of relationships and behind closed doors where others may not see what is happening. So, you know, like how they got their brothers and stuff like that. Yeah, they brothers be knowing what be going on and going wrong up out here in these streets. Some warning signs may include. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay focused. Listen to what I'm about to show y'all how these narcissists operate. And if you're not paying attention, then I don't know what to tell you. All right. Love bombing. What is love bombing? Male or female can do this to you. So men in the back, pay attention, all right? Love bombing. When someone gives intense attention, affection, and promises in the beginning to create a strong emotional connection, but later that affection may turn into control or manipulation. All right? That's crazy. Gaslighting. They like to gaslight. All right. This is in the steps how they do it. Gaslighting. That's when someone makes you question your own memory, feelings, or reality. They may tell you that you are overreacting, imagining things, or that problems are always your fault. So that's like my narcissistic ex when he said, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you, and then smack the shit out of me and caught himself trying to fight me in my car and gave me these bruises that y'all see on here. All right. He kept saying he never did it. Oh, I didn't do it. Well, who did it? The ghost? We got video of that. Who did it? The ghost? Yeah, so that's how they operate. Another thing is blame shifting. What is blame shifting? It's when a person refuses to take responsibility for their actions and constantly make you feel responsible for their behavior. So a narcissist will do that. They will play with your mind so bad if you don't pay attention to them. Okay? And them women is even worse. Manipulation. Oh, it's using guilt, fear, pressure, threats, or emotional tactics to control your choices and actions. Let me tell you something. If you're in a domestic violence situation, like a domestic violence situation, and they're trying to manipulate you and use threats, pick up that phone and call 911 and get yourself up out that situation, all right? Please do. Or how about this? Pack your shit and leave and don't come back when they're not home. Yeah, that's what you do. Make sure you reach out to 911 so you can be protected. Okay? They like to devalue. Okay? What is devaluing? That's when someone repeatedly criticizes you, puts you down, insults you, or makes you feel like you are not good enough. So if you're hearing this in a domestic violence relationship, I'm gonna tell you this right now: you are good enough. Get yourself about that situation. Fuck them. They could go suck their mother, and that's what they can do. And if you don't know what suck your mother is, I mean, that means they could fuck themselves. Tell them to fuck off. All right. That's how you. I mean, sometimes you gotta get nasty with these narcissists. I'm just saying. Even though I say don't interact and react to them or whatever the case may be, but sometimes you gotta put your boots on the ground when you're dealing with a narcissist or somebody with domestic violence. All right. Okay. They like to isolate you. Narcissistic men and women do this too, and domestic violence people do this as well. Isolation is when someone tries to separate you from friends, family, or people who support you. They give you the silent treatment. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You ever text a narcissist before? A whole paragraph because they did some fucked up shit, but you texting them, telling them that, and then they just ignore you. And then later they respond with a couple of words. Man, fuck them. All right. Silent treatment is using withdrawal, ignoring or refusing communication as a way to punish or control you. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know I got to get into this last one real quick. This is my favorite one. Smear campaigns, ladies and gentlemen. Some narcissists love to do a smear campaign when you come out these situations. I had to deal with one my damn self. You understand? Smear campaigns. It's called spreading negative stories, rumors, or lies to damage your reputation and make others question you. So narcissistic men, what they do is, and women, okay, don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted up out here. It goes both ways. But what they do is, let me give y'all an example. What they do is they get up on the internet like my narcissistic ex did and put my name into some other shame ding bullshit. Literally tag my name in it and said some bullshit behind it knowing I got papers on him. You know what I did? I didn't feed into it. Screenshot, sent that shit over right to the DA's office. Let's go. Next round. Hoovering. What is hoovering? They like to do this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna tell you this. Hoovering and love bombing is the two number one things that these narcissists will do to you when you're trying to leave. I dealt with that too many times with my narcissistic ex. You know how many times he done been around here at the door? Okay? If you check back in my beginning of my videos when I first ever came live on YouTube, you would hear it. Y'all would definitely hear it. I used to have to hang up my lives and stuff. Okay? So, all right. So hoovering, what is hoovering? That is attempts to pull you back into a relationship after leaving through promises, apologies, gifts, or sudden changes that may not last. So if they hoovering you, fuck them. You don't need that. This is why you got to open up your third eye to understand how they operate. Because once I started noticing, oh, that's hoovering. Oh, so that's what he kept doing. We're not doing that again. All right. You got to get them silent treatments too. No contact. All right. So the effects of emotional and psychological abuse can be serious. Survivors may experience anxiety, fear, depression, and confusion, loss of confidence, and feeling like they are constantly walking on eggshells. So if you are experiencing abuse, remember this: your feelings are valid, your story matters, your voice deserves to be heard. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, a healthy relationship should include, okay, respect, honesty, safety, communication, and accountability. Love should never make someone feel afraid, controlled, or worthless. This message is for every survivor, woman and men. No one deserves abuse. and no one has to face it alone. For support, reach out to trusted people, local advocates, and available resources. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sharane World. I appreciate you all. Like I keep telling y'all, it's real up out here in these streets. All right, it's definitely real. These narcissists, they stay lurking. They like to do DV stuff, all right? And if y'all want to know what is domestic violence, I'll give y'all a little snippet of what's domestic violence before I start heading up out of here. Because Sherane World definitely got some things to do. I have a lot of things to do this morning, okay, ladies and gentlemen? I have to get my stuff ready for my radio show tomorrow, okay? Most definitely. So make sure y'all tune into that. Also, check out all my flyers that I do have posted up. I do have a GoFundMe that's posted up as well. So check that out as well if you do see it coming across. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, all my flyers. Check out my community wall, my Facebook page, my spoken page is there. So we're going to talk about what is domestic violence, and then we're going to head up out of here after this. What is domestic violence? Domestic violence is a pattern of harmful behaviors used by one person to control, scare, or hurt another person in a relationship or family setting. Domestic violence is not only physical abuse. It can include emotional abuse, verbal abuse, threats, intimidation, financial control, sexual abuse, stalking, and manipulation. Examples can include hitting, pushing, or physically hurting someone, threatening to harm someone or their loved ones, calling someone names, putting them down, making them feel worthless, controlling who someone talks to, where they go, or what they do. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, taking away access to money or preventing someone from working, using children, fear, or guilt to control a person. Domestic violence can happen to anyone, regardless of age, gender, race, or background. Abuse is about power and control. A healthy relationship is built on respect, trust, safety, and kindness. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, help and support are available. No one deserves to live in fear, and everyone deserves to feel safe. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is what domestic violence is. As you can tell, it resembles narcissistic abuse a little bit. All right, so I appreciate you all for staying tuned. And if you made it to the end of this video, please hit the like button, share this video. You never know who's going through something. All right, so let's go. And make sure, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I will be on my radio show tomorrow, so let's go. We up out of here, y'all. So if you made it, you made it. Okay? I appreciate you all. It takes a lot to come up here to spread awareness, ladies and gentlemen. It took me many years to start doing this, okay? So I appreciate everybody. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay safe. Make sure y'all have a thirsty Thursday good day and keep your tools in your pockets that you need messing with these narcissistic people up out here. And once again, shout out to everybody. All right? I appreciate you all later.
You got a long way to go. Rock with me now.